right, it is 6 o'clock, and I will call the 19th regular Common Council meeting to order. Will the clerk please state the quote of the day?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. May the dawn of this new year fill your heart with new hopes, open up new horizons, and bring you promises of brighter tomorrows. Have a wonderful year ahead.
Thank you. And then will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderperson Salazar.
Excused.
Alderperson Walton.
Here.
Alderperson Feldy.
Here.
Alderperson Ackley.
Here.
Alderperson Decker.
Here.
Alderperson Perella.
Unexcused. Oh, no, there she is.
Alderperson Laster.
Excused.
Alderperson Savaglio.
Present.
Alderperson Filicki-Pineski.
Here.
Alderperson Mitchell. Is he on? Oh.
Alder Mitchell and Alder Perella, can you hear us? Alder Mitchell, Alder Perella. I'm going to text him.
Okay.
I'm assuming they can't hear us, but I see them, so they're here.
I presume that if they can't hear us, neither can anybody who is watching remotely.
Okay. Please hang tight for technical difficulty. In Grazia's name says Ryan Sorensen on there, so that's.
She smiles.
Oh, she says she's fine now.
Alder Perella, can you hear us? Okay, we just can't hear them.
She didn't mute yet.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay,
yes,
there we
I
go.
can hear you.
Perfect. They're both here. All right, for those in attendance, would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Alder Feldy, is there a motion to approve the minutes from our previous meeting?
Yes, Mayor, I move to approve.
Second.
There's been a motion second. Any discussion on the minutes from our December 20th meeting? Seeing none, all those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Aye.
Minutes are approved. Next is confirmation of appointments, City Attorney.
One appointment by the mayor submitting the following appointment for your consideration. Kim Meller to the Zoning Board of Appeals for a term to expire April 18, 2022.
Alder Feldy?
I move to confirm.
Second.
There's been a motion second. Any discussion on the confirmation? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote. Please refer to your Muni code.
Uh-oh.
Is there another window?
Getting nothing.
Oh, there it is.
Did you get it?
No, it's not.
Alder Feldy, are you buzzing in for a question?
I vote yes.
Or, excuse me, Alder Filicki-Pineski.
I vote yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Do you want me? All right, so we have 8 ayes.
All right, that is approved. Anyone for public forum?
No one this evening.
All right, next we'll do mayor's announcements. We got one proclamation today.
Okay. Did you see it? No. You have to go back up to the Muni code tab.
All right. Christina, you want to come on up? All right, so whereas January 2022 marks the 20th anniversary of National Mentoring Month, an annual campaign to focus attention on the needs for mentors as well as how each of us can work together to increase the number of mentors to help ensure positive outcomes for young people. And whereas the City of Sheboygan honors volunteers, mentors who support young people by showing up for them every single day and demonstrating their commitment to helping them thrive. And whereas mentoring programs such as Big Brothers Big Sisters, the Boys and Girls Club, and Horizon for Girls make our community and state stronger by driving impactful relationships that increase social capital for young people and provide invaluable support networks. And whereas during the COVID-19 pandemic, mentoring programs have stepped up to fill the gaps for young people and families, connecting with them resources and ensuring that mentoring relationships continuing virtually to ensure physical distance does not mean social disconnection. And whereas mentoring plays a pivotal role in career exploration and supports workplace skills that helps young people set career goals, equipping mentors and skills needed to support the professional growth of young people that drives positive outcomes for young people and businesses. And whereas quality mentoring promotes healthy relationships and communication, positive self-esteem, emotional well-being, and growth for young persons and their relationships with young adults. Now, therefore, I, Ryan Sorensen, Mayor of the City of Sheboygan, do hereby proclaim January 2022 as National Mentoring Month. Today we have Christina from the Boys and Girls Club. You want to say a few words? All right.
Thank you. Dr. Bruce Perry says that the more healthy relationships a child has, the more likely he is to recover from trauma and thrive. Relationships are the agents of change, and the most powerful therapy is human love. So I'm Christina Singh. I'm the CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs here in Sheboygan County. And each year our clubs serve hundreds of kids and families with comprehensive and personalized support. We often say that what we do is whatever it takes to make sure that each child reaches their full potential. Our staff are not only mentors, they're tutors and coaches, cheerleaders, cooks and counselors. They bring whatever combination of skills and qualities a child needs in order to be their best. Last year I came up here and I said some statistics about mentoring, but I'm going to tell a quick story this year because I think that's more powerful. So about a year ago we had a new club member, teen, join, and we'll call this Team Taylor, and they had just relocated to Sheboygan and recently lost a parent. They were isolated and lagging in social emotional learning skills. And these challenges manifested in aggression and really extreme negativity and some depression. And so one staff took on the task of really building a trusting relationship with Taylor, and took a lot of time to talk, to create some self-awareness, to create a plan. And it was over the course of many, many months that some small improvements started to happen, and a really incredible transformation took place just this year. And this teen that once could find nothing positive in his day is now the person who comes to the club and talks about the best things that are happening to encourage other people who are down, because he recognizes the challenges that other teens are facing, that he was facing himself. So if you asked that staff member what was the big difference in making a change for Taylor, he said that it was one person sticking with him. It was the power of being a mentor. And I thought that was really incredible. And so I asked my team, what do you think makes a great mentor? Because anyone can be a mentor. So their advice was great mentors see in someone what they have not yet been able to see in themselves. They're willing to have hard conversations, sometimes over and over and over again. They are willing to make connections and pull together resources. They're positive but real. They ask questions more often than they give answers. They find genuine enthusiasm in other people's interests. They never judge. They always follow through. They'll do what they say, and they won't do what they say they won't do. And they listen, really listen. And so I want to thank you for recognizing these special people that are mentors, and I want to encourage you all to be mentors or support mentors or celebrate them. So thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
You get a
Christina.
picture?
Yeah. Carrie, could you take? All right, well, that's all I really had for this evening. Just want to wish everybody a happy new year, happy 2022. I know we have a lot of exciting things in the queue for this year, so just want to wish all our city staff, alders, department heads, everybody who has a role in this community, just a happy and healthy 2022. Thanks so much. All right, next we'll jump over to the consent agenda, items 8 through 11. Alder Felde,
I move to receive and file all ROs, receive all RCs, and adopt all resolutions and ordinances.
Second.
there's been a motion and second. Any items on the consent agenda wishing to be discussed? Alder Flicky-Pineski?
Thank you. I have a question. 8, 9, and 10 are all related to the water utility, not the water utility, the wastewater treatment plant. And I am wondering if that was in the capital improvements budget and/or are the dollars for that remediation part of the federal ARPA dollars that are coming to us?
Director Biebold, do you want to address?
Sure. These are all capital improvements programmed projects, and these are paid for within the wastewater fund itself. They're not borrowed funds, and they're not using the federal advance of the ARPA funds. That's being held for the much larger Lakeshore Sanitary Sewer Interceptor project. So again, these are capital projects, but they're within the wastewater fund in and of itself.
Okay, plain vanilla. Plain vanilla wastewater capital improvements.
Correct.
Thank you.
Any other discussion on the consent agenda? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote. Please refer to your Muni code.
Aye.
That's approved. Next is reports of officers, and items 12 through 14 will be referred to the Finance and Personnel Committee. Next, we have item 15, resolution number 120-2122 by Alderpersons Felding Ackley, authorizing the appropriate city officials to enter into a master's customers agreement with Motorola Solutions Incorporated, and authorizes the police chief to execute ordering documents under the master customer agreement to extend funds as appropriated. Alder Felde,
I ask that you suspend the rules.
any objection to suspension? Seeing none, please proceed with the motion.
I move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
There's been a motion and second. Any discussion on this item? Alder Savalio?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Why are we moving so fast on this?
Chief Domagowski?
So there's two issues. When we were developing the budget, we discussed this. We're replacing 3 different video systems. And so one of the contracts for the body cameras expires in May of 2022, and there's a supply chain issue. So some departments are waiting between 9 months and a year in order to get the parts to deliver the systems. So Motorola has assured us if we move and get this done in the next 2 weeks, that they'll be able to deliver all of our products during the springtime period that we're in.
Any follow-up, Alder Savalio?
No, thank you. That clears it up for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Alder Flicky-Pineski?
Also in that, the body cameras, we currently have a contract that is, that goes on for 6 months. And somewhere in the contract with Motorola, I saw the contract is good for 6 months. Can you clarify that? Can you qualify that? And are we paying, do we have to pay out the current contract in order to get this contract?
We're going to go through the current contract. Motorola is going to allow us to essentially begin implementing all of their systems, and we won't begin the contract period with them until the contract period with Axon is over.
So we're signing the contract that will start 6 months from now.
Correct.
Thank you.
Any other items for discussion on this one? Alder Walton?
Yeah, in the resolution or the ordinance, it says the video systems will be consolidated into one system. Will you guys be transferring the old videos into the new system, or is it just going to stay in an archive or something like that?
So as part of the agreement, they're going to transfer all those videos for us for free.
Thank you.
All right. Other discussion? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote. Please refer to your Muni code.
Aye.
Eight ayes.
That's approved. Next is item 16, resolution number 121-2122 by Alderpersons Feldy and Flicky-Pineski, authorizing the appropriate city officials to enter into a lease agreement for a replacement postage meter with terms that are acceptable to the city attorney. Alder Feldy,
I ask to suspend the rules.
any objection for suspension? Seeing none, please proceed with the motion.
I move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
There's been a motion and second. Any discussion on this item? Alder Savalio.
What is happening with this that we're moving so quickly?
Who wants to take this one? City clerk? City attorney?
Yeah, so the current postage meter broke. And we can't be without one for very long, so that's why this is being rushed through, and that's why it's being done this way, basically giving me the authority to review the terms. We get
One quick follow-up. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Do we have any terms so far, or are we waiting to get them at this point in time?
We're waiting for them, but we needed to get this done ASAP, so that's why we're getting it approved by you, and you're granting me the authority to approve the terms.
Thank you very much.
Any other follow-up on this item? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote. Please refer to your Muni code.
Alder Feldy?
Aye.
Eight ayes.
That is approved. Next is general ordinances. Number 17 will be referred to the Finance and Personnel Committee. Next is resolution, is item 18, resolution number 118-2122 by Alderpersons Mitchell and Flicky-Pineski, establishing the debt service reserve account regarding the City of Sheboygan Section 108 loan to renovate 1817 North 8th Street. Alder Mitchell?
Thank you, Mayor. I move to receive the RC and adopt the resolution.
Second.
There's been a motion second. Any discussion on this item? Director Pellicek?
Thank you, Mayor. So just to give the council a little update on this document came in and laid over because the Finance Committee did not meet during the Christmas holidays. So what this is doing is this is the last kind of item we think we need from HUD in order to close the Section 108 loan, which would fund the senior center improvements. The city did an appraisal, an after-construction appraisal on the building, and the appraisal came in at $3,650,000, and HUD is requiring $4 million of value. So that difference of the $350,000, they're asking us to set aside in a debt service fund to get to the minimum investment that they need. And so the funds would come from, the $350,000 would basically be just moving money from the local government investment pool, which Caitlin can talk about what that specifically is, but would be to move funds and reserve them for roughly 2.5 years until we pay down the equivalent of that in our CDBG yearly allocation. So we're budgeted to make a principal and interest payment of $160,000 a year for the next 20 years to pay down that debt from the federal government, and then this would be applied, the first 2.5 payments would be applied towards that amount, and this would be then released, and the city can do what they want with it, but the HUD just wants to make sure we have at least $4 million of value to justify our total loan of $3.2 million.
Questions on this item? All right, seeing no questions, this is a roll call vote, so please refer to your Muni code.
Aye.
Thank you.
No.
8 ayes.
It's approved. Next is a contemplated closed session. Alder Feldy.
I move to convene in closed session under the exemption provided in section 19.851E Wisconsin status, where competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session for the purpose of negotiating with one or more property owners regarding the potential purchase of land on the city's southern border for residential housing.
Second.
There's been a motion and second. This is a roll call vote to go into closed session. Please refer to your Muni code.
If I could get it, I would. Yes.
Oh, she got it. Yep. 8 ayes.
That is approved. We will adjourn in closed session as well. So that concludes our broadcast for the day, and we'll go into room 305 then for the closed session. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.